Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Sam's Doing Stuff. What am I doing today? Well, hopefully by the end of this video, all of these logs will be off the grass. So if you recall in the last video, I started getting this wood yard all cleaned up, stacking, getting stuff nice and neat and organized. And I've got all these rounds from this red oak that I need to get out of the way. Really, it's all about just making space up here and getting this cleaned up so I can bring those logs up, get as many of them up here where they can be processed first. But of course, there's always 100 steps to take before you can get to your actual goal. And these cookies all need to be processed. And I think I want to do that with an axe. Alrighty. So I got another one of those bins cut up with the pink goo in it. Just to put the cookies in. Watch last video. I'm splitting up these cookies and using them for my little wood burner. Well, I will be using them for that. I think they're perfect. They're short. And I don't know, should I do these on a splitter or do it with an axe? I kind of want to do it with an axe, so that's what we're gonna do. A knot there in the middle. Hey, it's been 3 days since since the edit. You know what I mean? Oh, it's just life. So got some weather, obviously, and over the weekend I went and helped my cousin move, which that was actually really good. You know, got to see my uncle and my what is my cousin's daughter? Would that be my second cousin? Anyway, I don't know. Everybody there was good to hang out with, and we got it done, but boy, was I beat. So couldn't do anything yesterday. And back at this. I got a lot of chunks. Oh, I love your chunks. Okay, next step is to get all of these rounds up on pallets. Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun. Come on. Oh yeah. Red oak is heavy. But once it's on a pallet, it's on a pallet. Right there. Oh, this situation here will be improved this summer. Yeah. would like nothing more than to just be putting these pallets up next to the splitter and processing this right now, but I've got to get those logs off the grass. There we go. That's so much more like it. Boy, would I love to just start putting these things on a splitter and go to town over here. Oh, I'm all set to produce. But that's not next. Next is moving logs. So I got the grapple on the tractor, and we're going to start at this end, lift what I can lift, cut them into 80-inch pieces, get them on the deck. Speaking of the deck, there's a couple things I did off camera. I just improved it a little bit, threw some boards on the side because sometimes these runners here want to slide off, so that'll keep them on. And I kind of extended it a little bit with these 4x6s, so if I get a couple extra logs, I can throw them on there. And something else I did off camera, these are the baskets that I'm going to use for my parents' firewood. These are the tall ones. These are 300 gallon, I think. And I put this pipe insulation around all the edges to protect my parents from all the sharp bits, you know, because I love them and I don't want them to hurt their hands. And then I decided, because I'm just going to be throwing stuff in here, I had a little bit of welded wire left over. I just put it around the bottom there just to keep the pieces from falling out. I don't know if I'm going to do that to all of them, but we'll see how well it works. Let's get some logs out of the grass. Too much drizzle. Pick it up tomorrow. Well, it's colder today, but at least it's dry. Here we go, off to the races. First off, I definitely switched from the Farm Boss back to the 500i. The Farm Boss is a great saw for limbing, but once you've used a pro saw with that much power, it's just, you can't go back. I'm not bucking these up, I'm just cutting them into 80-inch pieces. That's 5 16-inch pieces, which is the perfect length. Anyway, I am sorting them, and I'm putting the cherry and the locust in separate piles, and the rest of what's there is mainly oak and some birch and stuff, maybe some maple. It's just important to me to get these things separate. It's going to make things a lot easier when I start bucking up the logs. So next, I have to say, this took way longer than I expected to. It's just a lot of work, and it's easy to get frustrated or overwhelmed. and at least when you're doing this much. Now, I've never worked with this many logs before. I'm also having the same effect of using the tractor as I was from switching from the Farm Boss to the 500i. When I used the excavator to load these logs into the trailer, it was night and day. I mean, the capability of the excavator to lift logs versus that little tractor, I'm using it because I want to be able to move things from one location to another. When you want to transport something from A to B, the tractor is way faster than the excavator, even with the lifting capability the excavator has. Anyway, I got it done. Well, there you go. Those logs are off the grass. Yeah. So let me show you the results. The mixed hardwoods, including a bunch of oak, because we got beech here. I honestly can't tell with this one right here if this is cherry or not. It's a little pink in the middle. It might be, but anyway, if I wasn't 100% sure, I put it in this pile. Everything cut to 80 inches long, which will make it very easy to put on the bucking station and make rounds. And the bucking station is just overflowing. This all down here, this is all cherry. This is more cherry than I've ever had in my entire life. This is a lot of cherry. And then got locust here, bunch of locusts. I got a couple more pieces of cherry here, and then a couple of pieces of oak. But the log deck all ready to start making rounds. Other than what's on the log deck, I've got a little bit of overflow here. This is all locusts, and then these are two huge cherry logs with dirt and mud on them. Yeah, that's why I didn't like them in the grass. Anyway, these are gonna be fun. It's gonna make a lot of good firewood. So let me just show you where I came up short. Well, this is kind of the problem right here, and I guess it's a good problem to have. Yeah, I haven't even gotten, that's not even half of it. Not even close to half of it. Oh, and these are some big logs here. This I'm probably gonna have to manage with the excavator. The issue I have here is, it's a beautiful day today, but over the next 7 days, we're supposed to get 2 to 4 inches of rain. It's April, and it's just what happens. So I don't like these logs sitting in the grass, but it's just what I got done what I could do. That's it, you know? Did I bite off more than I can chew? I don't think so. I don't think so. It's just gonna take time. And you know, that's how you eat an elephant, one bite at a time. So I'm happy. I really feel like I got a lot accomplished, and at least that was a big mess that was visible from the house. And yeah, when it does start raining, I will either be inside working on my basement, or I can be out here under a roof. You know, if it's not too cold. If it's too crappy and cold, I'll be inside working on the basement, but I've got a lot of firewood to make out here. There's a lot of rounds that are all ready to be split, and I'm looking forward to doing it. Like I said, I've got good problems. So I've got a roof over my head, and I got plenty of work to do. Sam's always got stuff. I appreciate you watching me do it. I appreciate you liking. I appreciate you subscribing. Hit those buttons, and I'll see you next time when I'm doing more stuff.